Hi everyone, it's Jerry. I have a very nice chess miniature from 1961 to share with you on the white end Tigran Petrosian, and he's playing against Ludek Pachman. Okay, 21 mover, and a systems start to this one. On white's end, a King's Indian attack setup, a universal setup for white. And for black, so far, every move has an eye on the d4 square. A bit of a non-confrontational beginning to this one, but that's going to change. That must change. It's a brief game. Tension will come about soon enough. Where is there a battle? I would say a battle happens here. After this move 8, white is saying, I want to establish a pawn on your side of the board. What are you going to do about it? In general, you should try to challenge these pawns immediately. A central pawn like this especially. Black does just that with d6. There goes the e-pawn. And white continues to develop. White has an eye on the e4 square with the knight, hitting the queen, and the sensitive c5 square. I say that c5 is sensitive because its natural defender, a dark square bishop, is no longer, I should say, on its natural diagonal. Has other ideas in this game on the main diagonal. Okay, black anticipates knight e4, withdraws the queen. This is regarded as one of the best moves. And from here it's knight b3, putting pressure on the sensitive point. Now, one of the questions I had for myself here is, why is the knight going to b3 to put pressure on c5 when it could go to the more central e4 square to do the same? Well, if the knight is on e4, it's in the way of a couple pieces. The rook can't see as far, and the bishop can't see as clearly on the main diagonal. Okay, there are other reasons, but non-central square, yes, but at least you stay out of the way of your other pieces. Additionally, the knight from b3 is supporting a pawn advance. It's controlling the d4 square. Okay, this is what provokes black's next move. This idea to, in some cases, expand with d4. Black puts a stop to that, drops a knight on the d4 square. This is where you'll see the evaluation shift somewhat in white's favor with this last move. What is considered better? b3. What's a reason why black maybe didn't play b6? It's because of lines like this. Bishop f4, and after the queen moves, d4. There are a couple things that tip in white's favor, a couple things that say to play in this way, to play d4 and create this tension. What are they? Well, white has a slight lead in development, only one move out before the rooks are in contact, and 2, white is better coordinated. White doesn't have a tactical vulnerability like black does with this rook on a8. As soon as b6 is in, there are these tricks on the main diagonal. This knight is going to be pinned as soon as this knight moves. Okay. A reason to play knight d4, you're stopping white's idea to expand with d4. We continue here with bishop f4, and black's reply is, in this game, queen b6. The computer in this game, in this position, is a fan of capturing on f3 with check, which removes defender of e5, and then it wants to play e5, counterpunching, saying, you react to my threats. Okay. In this game, it's queen b6, met now with knight e4, knight takes, knight follows, and a nice in-between move flicked in, knight c4. Attacking the queen, this recapture can wait. White isn't giving black an opportunity to knock the knight out. Now, that would be very risky anyway. For example, if you simply recapture on b3 in this position, the computer says best here for black is to take the knight. That's very committal to be sure to give up the dark square bishop, but it is regarded as best to play in this way for black, weakening 7th rank, giving white the bishop pair. But this is the situation black is in right around this point in the game. So knight c4 is considered the very best move. Valuable tempo against that queen. Queen b5. Now we recapture. And right around the corner, there can be rook a5 bothering the queen again. There's a lot of traffic here. Few remaining squares for the black queen. Okay, with a5, black cuts out. Rook a5. From here, bishop d6. And black continues with bishop f6. So it's already a losing position for black. Regarded as best is to defend the knight and get out of the pin, but in this game it's bishop f6. We continue with development and attack. And that's defended. And from here, rook e4. Do you see the idea white has here with rook e4? Is it to double rooks next? I think that's probably the first thought that crosses my mind. Form a battery on this e-file. There's something more going on, though. In the game, we have rook d8, finally out of the pin. But white is on move here. Can you spot white's next move? Feel free to pause the video. Okay, here we go. Queen takes bishop. Now, if you didn't spot this move, I have a tip or two to share with you. Let's see how this plays out first. I think the tip I'll give you may help you to find these moves in your own game. The king is pulled out. We follow up with a check, king g5, and only one more move to this game. Very nice finish, pretty finish to this one. Bishop g7. Black resigns. White is cutting off the escape route from the king. There's no returning to safe ground. He has to stay on the 5th rank. It's a mate from here. Now, what is a good general principle to keep in mind in a position like this? The closer an enemy king is to your side of the board, the less material you will need to deliver mate. I think being familiar with that principle is going to be helpful in your own games in spotting these types of sacrifices, as extreme as they are. Queen takes bishop in this case. We're pulling the king a rank closer. We're pulling the king with this check another rank closer, and we're sealing him off with this one quiet move. Mate is unavoidable. How might this play out? If the game continued, black didn't resign here, what are the options? You stay here on g5, you go left, you go right. Let's look at them. First, not moving at all with the king. Here's how the game could finish. h4 check. You go here, the bishop goes there for mate. You go here, the bishop goes there for mate. Okay, what if the king moves to the left? Well, we could play in this position rook check, pulling the king forward, and now there's 3 mate in ones. 1, 2, 3. Finally, if the king goes here, here's one way we could win with a check, another check, and in this position, you ready? There are not 1, not 2, but 5 mate in ones. What are they? Knight e3, rook e5, rook f4, bishop g4, and g4. Okay, a very pretty finish to this one. A nice reminder. Closer that king is to your side of the board, less material I need to deliver mate. Anyhow, feel free, as usual, to leave any feedback to this video in the comments section below. Hope you enjoyed it and maybe took a thing or two away. That's all for now. Take care.